Well, good afternoon, everybody. It's been quite some time since I've done a video here. The biggest reason for it, aside from the huge amount of me that has gone, because I've been on a massive drive to get myself a lot healthier and a lot fitter, a lot of the letters that I was receiving were exactly the same as before. Yes, we've got an official visit approved, bumf. Hello, I'm Jane Jeffers, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. So, it's been a long time because I've literally had nothing new to share with you. And I don't feel that repeats are what you should be looking for. Unlike the BBC. At least that's my experience when I went home a while ago to spend time with my mother, who does have a little TV licence, and the amount of repeats I saw was unbelievable. However, needless to say, I've got a new letter. Oh yes, here we are, they're back. Now, this one starts out and it's got this wonderful issued badge. They are issued. But the best bit is how it starts. You know. We know. There's no TV license at this address. Well, you've known that for nearly 4 years, so why is this news? We know this because our database holds information for all 32 million UK addresses. So with that new GDPR that's coming in less than a month's time, have you got any contingency plans for that, Crapiter? Yes. That's going to get interesting for you, isn't it? Those wonderful PDAs that you carry around, are they going to be compliant? Your days are numbered. Oh yes. So you can expect a visit from our enforcement officers. I've never had one before, so why should I expect one now? I'm just saying. You need to know this too. Dollhouse in bold. It is an offence to watch or record live TV programmes on any channel, or download or watch BBC programmes on iPlayer without being covered by a licence. It could result in a fine of up to £1,000, plus any legal costs and or compensation you may be ordered to pay. That's assuming, of course, that I watch or record live TV programmes from any channel, or watch or record BBC programmes on the iPlayer. Newsflash, I don't. I'm too busy writing books and reading books and playing things like this. I don't need to watch television. I've got lots of more intellectual mind rot than the drivel that you're travelling out. To stop this enforcement, visit buy a TV licence at TV licensing. I'm not misquoting that, by the way. That's literally what it says. I'll reread it. To stop this enforcement, visit buy a TV licence at. Now, if you can't proofread your Threatogram, how can I possibly take you seriously? With payments starting from £6 a week. £6 a week. There's 52 weeks in the year. So that's £312. That's a complete rip-off. And you know it. Yet you still charge it. I think you should be ordered to back pay every person who's paid in weekly instalments. Because you've been charging them double the rate. And thousands of people who have fallen for your goon tactics of signing up to something they're not aware of are owed a lot of money by you. So if you are watching this video and you've signed up to one of them, reach out, find more people, and think about lodging some kind of civil suit against Capita or against the BBC. or against both of them. I'd be very interested in what happened. After that it says, or move an existing license to your current address. I don't have an existing license because I don't need one. Or tell us you don't need one. Now you see, I could do that. Potentially do that. But all that would happen is that you would turn up at my door. You'd say, well, we weren't made aware of that. Or you'll still want to check. Your word is not good enough for us. You could be lying. So I want to know the truth. And they have the authority to ask this from where exactly? Because we know they're not police constables. They're not judges. They're not members of parliament who can set acts of statute. So what power do they have? For help with the above, please call phone number. I'm not reading it out because there's no point wasting my time and yours calling this number because it won't achieve anything. Or turn over for more information. And then it says at the bottom, ignore this letter and an officer may visit soon. So we go from, you can expect a visit, to ignore this and you may receive one. If you're going to not even be consistent in your message, it's not going to work. There's a very clear reason that a lot of companies use very well crafted template letters because the message is consistent. Yours is not. On the back it has how to stop this enforcement visit. Buy a new TV license. You can pay £150.50 in one go, or spread the cost by choosing from our range of direct debit options. So bear in mind again, £150.50 in one go, or payments start from £6 a week, totaling £312. Not even those shady companies like Bright House can charge APR that much. They come close, admittedly, about 70% I think last time I saw one of their signs. Yeah, don't ever use those services. No matter how desperate you are, go without. £6 per week, £312 a year for, I don't know, whatever drivel they're trolling out these days. Again, move an existing license or tell us you don't need one. So this turnover, does it really give you any new information? Not really. You should also tell us if this property is unoccupied. Well, if the property is unoccupied, the letter's going to sit on the doormat. And again, why do they need to tell you? It's an empty property, so you're not going to have a signal received there. And what are you going to do? Demand to turn up to make sure that there's like threadbare carpets and boarded up windows or something? It's ridiculous. It's like, why is it so intrusive? About your TV license. When do you need a TV license? You must have one if you watch or record any live TV on any channel, or you download or watch BBC programmes on demand, including catch-up TV on BBC iPlayer. You need a license even if you access BBC iPlayer through another provider. That's true, actually, such as Freeview, Sky, Virgin Media, BT or Amazon. This applies to all devices, including a TV or smart TV, because there's a big difference, computer, tablet, mobile phone, games console, digital box, and for some reason they still put DVD VHS recorder. You can't receive a signal through a DVD VHS recorder. I get they're trying to talk about recording onto a DVD VHS recorder, but you're not receiving the signal that way, so there's not much point putting it there. I don't know why they bother. And then it has after it, it's the law. Well, technically it's not, but I'm not going to argue that one here. What does live TV mean? Again, we really need to be told when something's live or when it's not. Any program you watch or record at the same time is being shown on TV or live on an online TV service, such as BBC iPlayer, that's not live, ITV Hub, I think that is all 4. That certainly is. SkyGo, don't have a clue. Live TV also includes any +1 channel that rebroadcast programs an hour later. It then says, what does on demand mean? Really? Do you really not know what on demand means? Any program you download or watch that's not being shown as live TV, because guess what? It's on demand, so therefore you can watch it when you want. Shock horror. On demand includes catch-up TV, because again, it's not live, so shock horror. These programs can be accessed on a website or through an app on a smart TV, digital box, or any other device. Apparently, any other device includes one of these. No, I don't think so. It'd take a very smart T-mug to be able to do that for you. On demand can also include exclusive programs that are only available online. Not necessarily true, because by that reasoning that anyone watching this program, because technically it is a broadcast, I'm broadcasting to the world, apparently you'd need a TV license to watch me. No, you don't. Am I more entertaining than some of the stuff that the TV license covers? Probably not. So would you be happy to pay to see that? I certainly wouldn't, and I'm the one recording the footage. It then says about helpful information. Would you like this in a more accessible format? Not really. If you have sight problems, you can get this information by email, and they put that in big, bold lettering just to patronise those people who really are partially sighted. I know a guy who literally had to hold documents like this to his eyes to be able to read them. So let's patronise this kind of person. Yeah, it really helps. If you're partially sighted, sight impaired, you are. If you're eligible to apply for 50% compensation, if you are, I'll reread that. I've got my lines wrong. If you are blind and can provide the appropriate evidence. What? What? Provide the appropriate evidence. What do they expect you to do? Get your optician to do a report. I certify this person can't see a fucking thing. This is ridiculous. I'm not making this up. Seriously. If you are blind and can provide the appropriate evidence, how are you going to read that letter if you're blind? It's not in Braille. What? I shut. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm not being offensive to anyone who's blind here. That's not my intention. My intention is to call out. How can a blind person submit evidence if they're blind? What more do you need? Can they see anything? Yes or no? And then it says, if you are partially sighted, you are not eligible for the discount. And a lot of fact it says you're eligible to apply for a 50% concession if you're blind. Well, why are they going to watch television? They might as well just buy audiobooks if they want to do that. Or listen to the radio, listen to music. It's like there's no point watching television. You're blind. What does being... Well, am I missing something here? I don't get it. I don't understand. I'm confused. If you're 75 years or older, you can apply for a 3/75 license. That's absolutely true. They try and get you to not do that, though, because they have to pay for it. And they don't want you to do that. They want you to show voluntary solidarity for the BBC and pay for their broadcasts. No. To find out more, call the number. If you live in the Channel Islands or Isle of Man, different conditions may apply. The Isle of Man have recently said they don't want the goons turning up on their island. So, what are you going to do? Channel Islands? No idea. I've not been down to the Channel in years. If you're deaf, hard of hearing or speech impaired, you can use our text phone facility. Doesn't really matter. And then it's got a variety of languages of many different kinds, but the BBC, being bigots and racists, probably can't do anything with that. So, apparently, we know and you know that there's no license at this address. Oh God, no, I'm scared now. They're out there like that. It's like, ugh. On the whole, these things, treat them with the contempt that they deserve. They are complete wastes of your time and everybody else's. You're probably asking why I've dedicated this here, because essentially I am a very big believer that you should only pay for something that you have to pay for, that you actually use. So if you do use the BBC, you do use live television, sorry to say, it is something you'll have to pay. I'm someone who doesn't use television services. I don't watch BBC programmes. I've boycotted the BBC. I've got nothing to do with them. And when I was at my mum's, my mother had the BBC on. I'm not missing anything. Not in the slightest. Now, I heard an argument one time about people saying, oh, well, do you use their website? My response is, no, I don't. But even if I did, that's not accessing live television. It's not accessing their programming. So if they choose to have a news branch online and they want to do that, that's up to them. That's their decision. You shouldn't expect and imply that people have to pay you for it. And that's the whole purpose of these videos. It's simply to say, if you are someone who does not use live television and you don't access BBC TV programs in any way, don't pay the license. Simply don't pay it. If you're over 75 and you're watching this channel, random phone's impression for you for no reason there. Thank you for watching. Don't pay the license if you don't either. Apply for the free one and tell them to leave you alone. And if you're blind, well, I hope my monotone voice hasn't put you off for life, and maybe you'll be doing something to avoid paying the BBC. I don't know. So that's literally it. They know, I know, you know. Guess what? I'm not getting one anyway. Neither should you, unless you need one.